I just keep on marching to the drum now.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, what's shaking, man?
What up? Yo, the it's like some elements out here do not want us to fucking link up. Yo, that shit is crazy to me.
She's acting crazy.
No, check it out. So the first time we the first time we fucking we misconnected whatever through IG, misunderstood. We gotta talk on the phone, yo. Like, and I hate the
Yeah, I
phone.
think we had the time zones confused and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
did, and
Right now,
I thought,
I'm out in AZ right now. I'm in the desert. You know what I'm saying? The time zone doesn't change out here ever.
so
It's the same time year
it's only
round.
2 hours. It's only 2 hours behind, right?
Sometimes it's three. Sometimes it's three. You see, the East Coast changes, but MST stays. Arizona is the only state that stays the same. The time doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
warp zone. It's a warp zone out here. You know what I'm
Can
saying?
you see how far my eyes just rolled in the back of my head when you said that shit?
Yeah, yeah. Shit is bugged, man.
Uh, and then
Nevertheless, though, man.
I tried to get on. My Bluetooth ain't working. The fucking I got flagged by Instagram for airing some kid out, so they wouldn't let me on the live just now.
That
Fucking,
sounds about right.
we got Spit Gemz, a bona fide killer, and this shit is long overdue, and we have a little bit less time than we wanted to have, but we're gonna make it work.
Absolutely.
We got to make it work. This shit's overdue, man. So if you got questions, please use the questions feature below so I can grab them. He can see them. But we got a few things we're gonna cover, so we might not get to the questions, and we have a little bit less time than normal. So another thing. Niggas talking all kinds of crazy shit in the fucking chat. I block niggas from that shit because that shit is distracting, yo. So for real, big up to everybody joining in. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's fucking get started, man. Because you're gonna spit something before you leave.
Yo, Diego, peace, huh?
Could have sworn you were in fucking California.
Nah. AZ.
AZ. All right, I'll remember for next time. God damn.
The desert.
All right, yo. Let's get into it. You're a fucking lyricist. Your name is Spit Gemz. That's what the fuck you do. So I'm gonna start it off. I need to know who from the rip. Top 5 lyricists, man. Like who the fuck you got? Like who's on that shit?
Yeah. My shit changes a little bit, fluctuates here and there. One or two slots might change depending on the season, I guess, or you know what I'm saying? The reason for that is because I guess there's a couple artists who I can't really decide. You know, 5 is really an unfair amount. If you really,
give me as many as you want. I don't give a fuck.
I'll give you my 5 that I've had for a while, man. And Nas is definitely on there. Pun is definitely on there. Half a Mil is on there. Jadakiss was on there at one time, and KRS-One is on there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to really talk about KRS-One situation. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't really go there. But
you know what I mean? But Criminal Minded is still a top 5 album for me. Machiavelli is a top 5 album for me. Illmatic is a top 5 album. I like Capital Punishment more than Yeah Baby. That's a top 5 album for me. Bobby Digital, you know what I'm saying, is one of my favorite albums of all time. Could easily be a top 5 album for me. Yeah, man. Half a Mil's joint, of course, is one of them. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of shit that's not really popular, to be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want to know what's in your head, man.
When you talk about like greatest verses of all, you know what I mean, like of all time, is different from top 5 or albums. And I always go to like Holocaust joint on the Bobby Digital album. You know what I'm saying? You falling down that endless tunnel of doomed reality. I try hard to find a better verse than that. You know what I'm saying? I try hard, and it's to me, you know what I'm saying, that was like a moment for Son. You know what I mean? He captured something, and I don't think too many cats have written anything as dirty as that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. It'd be weird shit like that is what I'm saying, though. You know, he changed his name to War Cloud, I think, and I don't even listen to Son. You understand what I'm saying? But that verse on Silkworm is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. So coming up for you, man. I mean, like, so I hear you. You know, Queens, East New York. Did you grow up in both places?
Absolutely. My father is from East New York. My mother is from the Bronx originally, but moved to Queens. My grandmother was living in Queens when I came into the world. We lived in the Bronx too, you know what I'm saying, for a smidget of my life in the beginning. But ultimately, I ended up between East New York and Astoria, between my grandmother's crib really, and my other grandmother's crib in East New York. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is, man. Just one of them situations where my mom was mad young when she had me. You know what I'm saying? And my father was a maniac at the time. You know what I'm saying? And life was just tumultuous. I was just bouncing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man.
So lyrically or like rap wise, which would you say one of the boroughs had a bigger influence on you? Or
Queens, 100,000% Queens. You know what I'm saying? It's where I started rapping. It's where I first crafted everything, and it's the most impactful MCs on my life, and especially because of proximity. You know, Astoria, Queens is next door to Queensbridge.
right
You know what I'm
next
saying?
door.
So
Right next door.
you know, just off proximity, that feeling in the '90s, that vibe, man, that Mobb Deep shit, that whole QB vibe, man, and even all the surrounding parts of LIC and Astoria, there was a lot of just passion for that ill, grimy, lyrical shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit definitely came from Queens. You know what I mean?
Definitely Queens. Big up Queens. Yeah, Queens get the money, man. I mean, it's funny.
What?
The other day, like maybe last week, I was finding myself just posting. I mean, sometimes I get shit in my head and I just want to post it. And I found like I posted like 10 joints in a row, and like 9 of them were like Queens cats. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like, I mean, like between Pharaoh, between like South Jamaica cats.
There's
You
no
know what I'm saying?
competition, man. I mean, no borough could really compete with Queens, man. I mean, when it comes to MCs,
Brooklyn can't compete with Queens.
I don't think the roster is long enough. Is what I'm saying. Like I don't think the catalog is wide, man. Maybe it is. Maybe if you line them all up, they're pretty even. You know what I'm saying? But I think for my generation, you know what I'm saying, that Queens has just had a more of an impact. You know what I'm saying, and has more. I mean, we could go down the line. You know what I'm saying, and it'd be a long back and forth.
Right. I actually did it on my page. I did a competition between the 5 boroughs, and I added Long Island, and then we picked 10 MC, people picked MCs from each borough, and then they all went in the top 6 went at it. You know what I'm saying? Lined themselves up, and
No
so
doubt.
it came down to Brooklyn and Queens, and I can't believe I forgot, but I believe Queens won. I believe Queens won, and but it was close because cats. I mean, I can't remember everything, and so the posts were popping off, and so cats were pulling out people like, oh, this cat's from Brooklyn. You know,
The Queens list is long, man. When you start to dig into it, it's just crazy, bro.
it's long. It's a variety of styles between Tribe. I mean, you got like you talking the grimy shit of Queens, but you got Tribe, you got
Right,
Pharaoh, like you know what I'm
right, right.
saying. You got like DMC, LL Cool J, like
You
all
got
time,
Hollis, you got South Jamaica, you got Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got different sections that produced a lot of MCs.
Corona. I mean, like so.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah, Corona. And I think Corona right now, I would say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think right now Corona has a lot of cats like that. MCing is still alive and well in Corona, Queens. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
so
What?
Queens, like I said, if you got questions, please use the questions feature, so it doesn't get us all distracted and shit. Question feature right there. I can then post a question and everybody can see it, rather than putting it in the chat.
All right.
So yeah, so Queens, I think for me that Queens, it's a different style, man. It's a different vibe. I went to a show with Trads, Royal Flush, and you know what I'm saying. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe, and I love it. I used to have a girl out in Queens on Myrtle, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spark this up, man.
No, you gotta do your thing, man. Of course. So listen, I don't want it to be a big part of what we're talking about, but it's a part of your story. So
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You did your dirt for a minute or whatever, and did a little joint on Rikers. I don't know what else, but talk about that for a minute, just in terms of how, not even necessarily how you got there, like whatever. It's you know what I'm saying, but like how that changed you and the whole nine. Like, basically, the coming out of that, coming up through on the other side. That's more important than, you know what I'm saying, how you got there.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Let me just make sure I tackle that the right way. It's a lot to cover, you know what I'm saying? Like when I talk about this, it's a lot because it's a lifelong thing. Like it was like it started when I was real young, you know what I'm saying? And I literally grew up throughout my life in institutions, in different prisons and jails and all that. So it's a long-winded answer, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think what I've taken from it, what I can say right now, what I've taken from what I've up until this point, the biggest lesson out of all that shit is just being humble. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me a different sense of being humble and humility. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a real part of me that was just like a menace for a long time and didn't give a fuck about nothing and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But I think if you take anything from having your freedom taken from you, is that when it's given back to you, you step a little different. You know what I'm saying? You appreciate every step a little more. You know what I'm saying? Or every small success or progress, you look at it a little bit different than from before all that. Now, for some people, that takes a long time. I'm one of those people. I'm a knucklehead. It took me a long time. And even after they threw big numbers at me, I still ain't completely learned. You know what I'm saying? I came back and was in the street wilding all over again. So it took a process of things. And to be honest with you, I think the hardest thing and the biggest lesson was parole. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the most difficult part out of all that shit is being in the street and like kind of having your freedom dangled in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you out here, but at any minute I could walk in your house, disrespect you and your family, tell you to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that been on parole in New York know that.
The real story about parole, like I was just
Yeah,
saying, you sharing,
oh,
you know what I'm saying?
no, it's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible, son. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like basic shit. A night out with your lady, to the movies, you know what I'm saying? Going to see your moms in an emergency situation might have to be explained, you know what I'm saying? And that explanation might be declined or rejected by this fucking dickhead that's in charge of your life, you know what I'm saying? And you already did your time. Like for example, my situation was one of them situations where I was given a certain amount of time and I had to max that time out, and I still had to do post-release supervision, which is it's an ill way that they dressed up the word parole, you know what I'm saying? Which is they just made you do the time and the full amount of parole. They got both out of me, you know what I'm saying? So that was the worst part, man. Word up.
How long was the parole for? 5 years.
Indeed.
So, okay, so I always say this to people, like, you know what I'm saying? I talked to cats that, you know what I'm saying, was behind enemy lines. I did like I was in a holding cell for like 3 days over Labor Day. And it was like that shit felt like 20 years, son. So like I mean, I couldn't even imagine being like I was on the metal bench and metal bed and shit. So
yeah,
like, how'd you get through, man?
I think a big part of it was my family. I mean, and when I say family, I mean basically my daughter's mother. You know what I'm saying? My wife. We weren't together for the whole time. We was, you know what I'm saying? I was away and all that, but she was always there every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't really miss a beat. You know what I mean? I think that is something like a superpower when you're in there. You know what I mean? It's like a corner man. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a fucking coach. It's like having a team. You know what I'm saying?
Your shoulders and shit, like.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, every visit, it's like, all right, I gotta go, but go back in there and do you. It gives you incentive and motivation to get through the bullshit in there. You know what I mean? When you ain't got nobody, and I've done it like that too when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it the other way too with nobody, and that shit is a different story. You know what I'm saying? That creates animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, talk about that a little bit more, man, because I saw in one of your interviews, you know what I'm saying, you talked about just in general, not just you know what I'm saying when you were locked down, you talked about wifey just holding you down, like you know what I'm saying. You've mentioned that you and I actually were building on that recently. You know what I'm saying. So build on that a little, you know, add on that a little bit.
For sure, yeah. I mean, yo, like I said, I was just blessed, brother. You know what I mean? Like this woman could have, you know, and most do. You know what I mean? Most women are likely to split when it's a lot of time like that. You know what I'm saying? You hear 5 to 10. 5 to 10 sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you got to do this amount of time no matter what. It's possible you might have to do a little more. And then it's just a lot to process. So anybody that sticks around, and yo, let me say, man, it's not always wifey too. Like I've seen sisters. Like, yo, son, my sister holds me down, son. And she come up to see me every, you know what I'm saying? I've seen cats who had family hold them down. And I think that's just as equivalent to the superpower I'm talking about.
Of
But
course, anybody.
exactly, man. Anybody that sends a line out or sends a good word, allows you to call them, comes to see you, I think all that shit really makes the difference, man. And it makes the difference in how they treat you in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if they notice that nobody's coming to see you and that you don't get no mail, nobody really checking for you, they know they can fuck with you a little more and do more shit to you. You know what I'm saying? They treat you a little different. When they see that your people are banging on the door every weekend, you know what I mean? My lady was up there 8 hours away. She's fucking renting hotels to come Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Wow.
when they see that kind of shit, they know they can't just violate. You know what I'm saying? They know there's going to be phone calls and people going to be asking questions. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it makes every difference in the world, bro, to keep it a buck with you, man.
Word. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. I always say, you know, the circle doesn't need to be big, but you know, if you got a couple real ones, that's everything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So since I've known you, you've gotten progressively bigger. Um, like I don't know if you can fit through like doors now and shit, but
Oh, yeah.
but so talk about that though, because you got to join on your most recent project. Movement is medicine, man. So you know what I'm
Word.
saying. Talk about what that means to you. You post a lot of workout vids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. So get into that.
Uh, I've been working out for mad long, son, to keep it a buck, man. Like, I was the kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, 11 years old and all that, doing push-ups and pull-ups already. You know what I mean? I was on that shit. You know what I mean? But I went through chambers in my life, bro. I went through completely unhealthy and just fucking dark chambers, man. Where it was just like abuse. You know what I'm saying? And no sleep and just complete fucking neglect of nutrition. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then I snapped out of that, you know what I'm saying? And always went back to my natural shit. And my natural shit was always being active, working out, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did everything as kids, man. In Astoria, we played everything. Football, soccer, basketball. We did everything, man. We was just active, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's just something that's been with me for a while. And I had a lot of time to work on it and learn about it, you know what I'm saying? And I tried a lot of different shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just a passion, man. It's something that's been with me for a minute. And I think I'm just showing it more now, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm taking it more serious. Like the last 2 to 3 years, it's like a daily thing, you know what I'm saying? If I've taken any time off, man, it's been maybe fucking a week at most in the last 3 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you talked about it being like a therapy for you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I've been there. It's
Absolutely.
funny. I've gone through stages where I go hard. Like most recently, I was doing like Spartan races, Tough Mudders. I was in the best shape of my life, and I at like 37, 36, 37. So, but it comes and goes for me. You know what I'm saying? But I need to get back there personally, fucking, because you feel alive.
The Spartan races are dope, man. I was fucking training for one at one point, and I was all about it, man. I wanted to do that shit bad as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But you know, all this shit got in the way too, man. Like there was a couple of them lined up and then they got canceled or whatever. You know, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Mad fun, son. Like they're so fun.
They look fun, man.
It's a real push, man, because you really know when you're done, you know what kind of shape you're in. Yeah, I fucking held that shit down, or like, damn, I need to work on my endurance or this or that, because you'll run up a mountain, and then you got to flip a tractor trailer tire like 20 times right soon as you get to the top. Like, it ain't like no fucking
Yeah.
And if you
a lot of cardio, man. A lot of cardio, a lot of stamina work, endurance
but
work.
mixed with the strength though, and if you can't do it, you gotta drop and do 30 burpees. So like,
Yeah, and if you can't, what happens if you can't do the burpees?
you stay there until you do it.
Then you finish. You're done.
They don't let you leave.
No doubt.
The Spartan motherfuckers be like, yo, you gotta do them shits.
Or you don't get the like a t-shirt or some shit, right? The completion, let you floss and all that.
Like, if you can't do an obstacle, like they make you do the burpees and they make you stay until you do 30. I mean, at that obstacle, and then you can bounce. But like, you got to do the 30, either the obstacle or the burpees, or you sitting at that obstacle for the rest of the day.
You toast. That's it. Yeah, no doubt.
So,
hopefully, man, you know what? Hopefully, everything, you know what I mean, will resume some level of normalcy, or at least the way shit was, and we'll be able to do shit like that again. You know what I mean? Hopefully. I look forward to that, man.
Hopefully. So I know you're into like the comic book shit and stuff like that. Didn't you say you had like a G.I. Joe page or something?
Yeah. I still got that shit. I stopped fucking with it. It's been a minute, man. I just I think it was like 2016 or 17, man. I just got back into like the action figures and shit. You know what I mean? I had it at that point. I didn't even have a collection like 2017. You know what I'm saying? 2016, 17, around there. And I just found myself on the internet, bro, looking at all the old school G.I. Joes and shit. And I'm like, damn, son, I had damn near all of these shits at one point or another. You know what I'm saying? Whether they was gifted to me or I fucking yapped them. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to run through KB and Toys R Us and all that shit, like ridiculous, son, like ridiculous. I had all the figures and none of the weapons type shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, yeah, I just jumped back into it, and that shit was bringing me joy, man. I was going through a lot of shit too, especially at that time, and all you know, like the vintage shit, all the '80s shit. You know what I mean? Those are like moments of purity, man. You know what I'm saying? Innocence and just creativity and imagination. So when I got back into that shit, anytime, you know what I'm saying, I dive into that. It's just good feelings. It's good vibes. So I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It's something I keep. I still got mad shit. I got all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
So, all right. So from a cartoon standpoint and action figure standpoint, rank G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, and He-Man. Rank the cartoons.
All right. Well, G.I. Joe's first, obviously, and then we're gonna do He-Man second. And then what else you put on there? Did you put Thundercats on there?
I said Thundercats and Transformers.
Yeah, I would do Transformers third, and then I would do Thundercats fourth. Word.
You got G.I. Joe first. Off the rip, no hesitation.
Off the rip. Not at all. Not for a second.
Why?
I mean, this is my favorite shit, man. Just fucking greatest theme song, fucking greatest intro theme song of a cartoon ever. You know what I'm saying? That shit is magic, you know what I mean? But I think it's just the expanse of characters, you know what I'm saying? Like villains and good guys just from all different walks of life, you know what I'm saying? Like Larry Hama, you know what I'm saying? The dude that penned most of that shit, that wrote most of that shit was, you know what I'm saying? He was a veteran, he's a military veteran, you know what I'm saying? And son was just about equality from the jump, you know what I mean? You had every walk of life in G.I. Joe, man, and I don't know, man. That shit, I think when you look back at that now, and you look at how shit is now and cartoons are now, this shit is turning kids' brains into mush, bro. You know what I'm saying? That G.I. Joe shit was a pretty good level. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They gave you a little lesson at the end. You know what I mean?
It's
just classic shit, man. Yeah, and I don't know any other. I mean, aside from the fact that like the character list, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a Cobra dude. You know what I'm saying? I like the villains, but there's no list of characters as expansive as G.I. Joe. I mean, Masters of the Universe, granted, might have more characters overall because they kept going for so long. They had such a much longer run than G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like G.I. Joe as a lore they cut it short. You know what I'm saying? And they're not doing much with it. But fucking Masters of the Universe been rocking ever since. You know what I'm saying? So
the only thing, so is I only thing I didn't like about G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe. I loved all this shit. I love my niggas was Tomax and Zaymot, the fucking twin.
fire, the twins, yeah.
I would have been like them fucking white collar cats, like, you know, they was getting that corporate money. Fucking
Yeah, they were lawyers.
Yeah, they was doing all they
dirty lawyers.
Fucking
mercenary lawyers.
Yeah, them cats was slow as fuck.
You see what I'm saying? Ain't no shit like that in cartoons right now.
To be like, brother, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt, yeah.
But only thing I hated about G.I. Joe is nobody ever got bucked in that shit. Them niggas shot crazy lasers.
Red and blue lasers.
Nobody even got like fucking like, you know what I'm saying, clip. That's the only thing.
Well, that was the cartoon though. That was the cartoon. And the cartoon, you know, the cartoon was created to sell the action figures. You know what I'm saying? But the comic books were way different. I don't know if you ever read any of the comic books, but dudes getting shot, killed, stabbed, all kind of shit in the comic books.
I got the Snake Eyes. I don't have any comics anymore, but I had the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow origin shit when they was like training and shit. You know what I'm saying? Back
no doubt.
And they was fucking homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yo, there's some great storylines in G.I. Joe, man. I just think it was real mature shit, man, for a young audience, and I think it worked well, man. It lasted, it stood the test of time. If you go back and watch some of that shit now, man, it's like, you know, you got episodes with Cobra Commander is talking about how fucking your paper money doesn't mean anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is cartoons for kids in the 80s.
And you had, so then you had He-Man second. Which
Facts.
I love He-Man, but yo, when Adam was a fucking bitch-ass nigga, man. I hated that nigga. I hated Adam. I hated Adam.
Yeah, he was just a regular dweeb, though. You know what I'm saying? Regular mild-mannered dweeb.
But they shouldn't have made him cock D, though. They should have made him skinny, and then he get cock D when he become He-Man. Like I was like, yeah, he was the same nigga without a tan, and he was a big-ass nigga.
But see, this is the thing, though. They wouldn't have been able to sell a skinny version of Prince Adam, the action figure. You know what I'm saying? Because it was basically all the same mold. Like He-Man's mold and Prince Adam's mold was the same. I'm telling you, that was the beauty about those cartoons. Those cartoons were created just to sell the action figure. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a response to the, you know what I mean, to the action figure. Right. You know what I mean? So that's why they did it like that, though. Word.
Right. And then you had Transformers. I fuck with Transformers, but lately I've been on some Gundam shit, and on the real, Gundam better than Transformers. I'll put that out there. I never said that.
I can't pop shit. I'm not too familiar with Gundam. You know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot about it.
It's on the anime bugged out shit, so it's like extra. It's like Transformers on some fucking crazy steroids. But and then you had Thundercats. Big up to the cat, yo. I didn't know. I found out late that the cat that did the voice for Panthro was the father in on the Cosby Show. The grandfather, you know what I'm saying? I think it was
Oh, that's fire! I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the light skinned dude who was
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The white head.
Yeah. That was Panther.
Yeah. That's fire.
Panther. So, so we don't have too much time. Get into your talk about your new shit, and I'll say this, yo. Well, first of all, there's a couple things I do have to cover. One thing I have to cover before we get off, man. I gotta say this. App said it when he got on. I don't know if Appy's still here, but he said Spit Gemz is one of the greatest ever. Period. And
that's a big compliment coming from Apathy, man.
So
thank you, App.
I gotta agree with that shit. The album The God Who Forgot Himself. I said it when it came out on like November 11th, 2017, I believe it was. You had our album release party. I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. Fucking
all good.
That's one of the best albums. First of all, one of the best albums I've ever heard. Second of all, as I said, it was one of the best albums I heard in the past 10 years. Like, easy. I
appreciate that greatly, man.
I got a funny story about this shit, though. So the joint, the Spit Banger joint you did, right, with Banger K, big up Level 13 Philly. You know what I'm saying? 205. like we're gonna play that joint. I'm gonna tell you what the story behind it real quick. Oh,
Battery 60%.
Let's see if this goes on. All right, here we go. I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. It's quick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, yo, let me tell you something, you little fucking filthy miscreant. Well, gotta keep your nose clean, man, because even if I ain't got it, I got it. Today on me is with me. Right. I'm on level 13 from Brooklyn to Philly. You feel me? If I ain't got a gem to spit, bet I got a K to bang. Bet I got that nice pick. That's an everyday thing. Bet I got these two hands. Stand still, brain king. 100 steps, pain gang. Let's see who can maintain.
Big up level 13, man. His beat is banging.
Behind me and
Okay. So the line right here, chain hang down to my nuts dragging. So one day I was bumping this shit in the whip, right? I was out in the suburbs somewhere. I go to the grocery store, and I got this shit on, right? And this is one of my favorite joints on the shit. So I get out the car, and I'm just like, and that's just in my head. This was what's on. So I go to the aisle. I'm going to get some beer. Go by the aisle, and I go, chain hang down. And I'm on my fuck. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Arms
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking milk bone shit. And I'm like, chain hang down to my nuts dragging. Walk around the corner, there's like two like Asian college girls like right there, and they looked at me like, what the fuck? Like,
Yikes.
and walked away, I got my beer, walked away, and she was like, did you hear what that guy said? Like, his nuts are dragging.
Oh man,
that's why it's one of my favorite joints too. So
nah, no doubt. Appreciate it, G.
But that's one of the best albums, fucking period, man. Like serious, the shit is.
Yeah, that means a great deal to me, man. I felt like it was my best work up until at that point. I definitely felt like it was way better than everything I'd done before it, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like my pen was definitely in a different place.
Gamma Green, the Masters of the Universe joint with App. I mean, a bunch of cats was on that. Names.
Yeah, Rim, Recognize.
Loverine, Bulletproof Drummer. Yeah. So for real. So talk about your new joint, man.
Yo, the new joint is fucking retarded, man. The new joint is monstrous, man. It's me and F, you know what I'm saying? It's just me and F. It's the whole project, you know what I mean? Like Rikers Island Boxing School is me and FU, you know what I'm saying? And the album is self-titled, so you know what I mean? You'll probably see like Ribs and then Rikers Island Boxing School or Rikers Island Boxing School Ribs, one or the other, but it's a self-titled album, you know what I'm saying? And yo, I believe it's 12, maybe like 14 joints now. It's 14 joints, just retarded. Me and F, you know what I'm saying? We got Forest production, man, you know what I'm saying? We got fucking Domingo, got J57, we got Snow Goons, we got fucking Danny Cazzo, you know what I'm saying? Who got a fucking bang on there. Vic Grimes. Yo, man, Seth Silencer got a joint on there. Got a joint from the little homie Don Annex, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the production is mean, man. The shit is mean. Everything is dirty. Everything is real dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like a Dove in the Snake Pit. And here's the ill shit. This album, this Rikers Island Boxing School album, most of it was recorded before Dove in the Snake Pit. You know what I'm saying? Dove in the Snake Pit was something I put together like in the moment, like literally, you know what I'm saying, right before I dropped it. You know what I mean? But we were already working on this shit. We've been working on this for a minute. You know what I mean? We didn't know what it was gonna be called or what exactly, you know what I'm saying, approach we were gonna take with a title or anything, you know what I mean? But once I dropped Dove in the Snake Pit, man, I felt like where these songs gonna go, you know what I'm saying? And man, F just came. We had two titles, man, you know what I'm saying, for the album, and I guess that would have set the tone for it, you know what I'm saying? Because once we came with the title, we kind of started chefing everything up around that, remixing certain shit, you know what I mean, and going back into certain songs. But yo, this shit is just this is fight music, man. I'll be honest, man. This shit is don't crash in your car while listening to this music. You know what I'm saying? This shit is dirty, man. You know what I mean? And it ain't it ain't. That's not to say it's not lyric heavy. You know what I'm saying? The shit is just dirty, man. I don't know how else to explain it. You know what I mean? But for fight fans, I think they're gonna enjoy it. Everybody that's a fight fan, there's a lot of shit there for you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's into working out and all that, Not even on no fucking, yo, this is a workout album shit. I just think the energy on this album will get you off your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
I got two questions about it. First, when you trying to drop that shit?
More than likely we'll be dropping in January.
Okay. Second, well, I'll put this out there. Fucking make sure you get me that shit. Third,
facts.
Third, the question is, did you come up with the title before? So here's the thing. On the Loverine, you got a line on there, Rikers Island Box, and it's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah,
Rikers Island Boxing School might pull out the ox. So I'm
right.
like, so when I heard that shit, I was like, yo, so this is crazy. Like when I heard that shit, I was like, yo, this needs to be a group or a song. Like
that's hell. That's hell.
Like this shit needs to be featured somehow on this nigga's shit. And I never said nothing, but when I first heard that shit, he's Rikers Island Boxes. Yo, that shit.
No doubt. No doubt. Should sound like something.
Come up with that name.
I mean, that's just something. That's not something I made up. You know what I'm saying? That's something like that's been said long before me. I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a Rikers Island attendee type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, where you learn to fight? Rikers Island Boxing School. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the old school thing. You know what I mean? I ain't make it up, but
when did you decide to use
it's definitely mine now.
When did you decide to use it like as part of, you know what I'm saying, as part of this project?
I would say it's been when did we drop the Incarcerated Scarface's freestyle? You know what I'm saying? It might have been like a month before that, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a month and a half before that. You know what I'm saying? Word.
I was just curious, yeah, because like I said, when I heard that shit,
there's other pieces to that. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on, you'll see, like, I don't really want to give it all away, you know what I'm saying? But there's other pieces to that Rikers Island Boxing School shit. Like, you'll see how it plays out and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But you got my math, my email. I want to hear that shit.
No doubt, no doubt.
I want it. So I'm gonna try to get you out of here on time. I know you got some shit to do. Thanks for adjusting your schedule. I'm glad we got to do this rather than postponing.
Yo, I appreciate you having me on, man. Of course. I mean, we got a little time. You know what I'm saying, son? Like whatever's whatever, man. Whatever you got on the plate, throw it at me, man.
I think I got things on the plate. I have some shit. All right, fuck it, yo. You just put it out there. Other than your team, because this is how niggas usually answer. Other than your team, anybody you paying attention to right now? You know what I'm saying? Big up to your team. Big up FU. That shit, I'm just saying, he came through and held it down in Philly with a bunch of cats, Screwface and fucking man Born Unique. You know what I'm saying? So
Screw tape.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Peace to my man Screw Tape. Peace to Born Unique too, man. Word.
Yeah, Born Unique, Joey Royale, fucking Jay Side and I was there, so he came through and held it down. So other than your crew, who you know what I'm saying? Who you rocking with?
Yo, you know who I think is crazy ill, man, is TNT. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, man. Tony and Trado. TNT, they're a group. You got a cat named Trey 8. He's a producer and a rapper out of Queens, you know what I'm saying? Young cats. And then you got his partner, Tone, yeah. Definitely something to check for, man. You know what I'm saying? Also on some newer talent, you know what I'm saying? And they spitting, and it's substance and it's relevant. I fuck with it.
No trap shit.
Word. Nah, come on, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, and that's not to say that trap shit can't be ill. It's just I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about it. You know what I'm saying? But I know there are exceptions. Like I'll point certain shit out. Big up to Locksmith. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard Son on a couple trap beats. Melting them shits. You know what I'm saying? Completely melting them shits. So it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unfortunately, with that trap vibe though, typically comes a whole fucking like a whole vibe of fucking lean and Molly,
right.
tattoos and Skittle grills and fucking
all the little things that are the stigmas that are attached to the actual sound of those beats. And that's the thing. I guess if it's not about lean and it's not about all that dumb shit, then maybe it's not trap music. Maybe the beat itself doesn't make it that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, and those beats are typically easier to make. Those shits are quick. You can make them shits in a second, and they're very similar.
And typically, everybody that raps to him sounds exactly the same. This is why I can't fuck with it, man. I can't tell them apart.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same.
Word.
You take little whoever and just plug a fucking name in. Little fucking hard drive.
Little Sandal. Little Sandal.
Mouse. Like, this shit don't matter, son. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit is mad corny. I can't front.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, but if you're a real MC, you can spit to anything. I mean,
absolutely, and I will stand by that forever, man. You should be able to spit to anything.
I mean, that doesn't mean I like it, but I mean, I respect the fact. Okay, he fucking held it down.
Now, but maybe there's some exceptions to that too, right? Like, I'm not gonna say if it is a beat, you know what I'm saying? That's like. That calls for you to do a double time flow, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna do that, and that to me that's not gonna mean that you're not a real MC because you don't do it because you can't get with that double time shit. Because that shit, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't got nothing to do with being a real MC, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, thank you for clarifying that. I mean, that's a very important thing. So then I'll requalify the statement by saying, salute, yo. I'll requalify the statement by saying. Real MCs can tackle a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, some shit just like you said, some shit just don't sound good, yo. Like and I mean the double time shit is cool, but to me some shit is gimmicky, man. I'm like a straightforward like.
Well, if this is my thing, if you're doing a double time flow and you're saying mad ill shit, you know what I'm saying? You like your pen, you moving your pen in there crazy. And you're doing different shit, you're giving me different things in there, you know what I'm saying? Then God bless, that's fire. If I can fuck with it, I'll fuck with it. But if it's double time for the sake of being double time and you're just saying a bunch of empty shit, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? But the double time flow can be killed if you're saying ill shit. Ill shit is ill shit, whether you say fast or slow or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Ill shit is ill shit. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing it just for the sake of doing it, just like I always say, like, if you're rhyming fast just for the sake of rhyming fast, like rhyming fast doesn't make you a good MC. Like that just means you can rhyme fast.
Nah. It makes you gifted with it, you know what I'm saying? Linguistically gifted, I guess. You're able to speak really fast.
But that doesn't mean you're a good MC. Like, you know what I mean? It is rhyming fast.
Nah, the micro machine man was fucking super ill with the double time shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't rap at all. You know what I mean? So
I mean, the auctioneers be fucking killing that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Right,
yo, but shout out to everybody that does that flow and does it well, man. Right. If it's ill, it's ill.
Okay, so real quick, you mentioned that one group. Who else? Congrats, you can talk fast. Who else you got? Like, who else you fucking with that's new? Anybody in Spit Gemz phone?
That's new? Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There is nothing in my phone, son. Like, as far as music, you know what I mean? There's nothing new. I don't know about nothing. I don't got nobody's new album. Nothing. And that's not. I'm not trying to be a dick or none of that. I'm just, bro. I'm not listening to it right now. The last new album I listened to was Trey 8's album. You know what I'm saying?
He said nothing.
I fuck with Rim, man. Rim the Villain always comes correct. You know what I'm saying? Everything I hear, son, on. You know what I mean? I guess that's not. I wouldn't say that's within my circle, but that's definitely, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Son, got respect. You know what I mean? We did a couple joints together. I don't know if that discounts him from me saying, you know what I'm saying? From saying shit I fuck with, but yeah, man. Of course, my son Nems. You know what I'm saying? You know who the dudes I'm working with, man. That's who I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, and that's not to shun nobody or nothing, but I just haven't even heard most of these cats. I just haven't heard it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I might scroll down and see some on Instagram. If it doesn't catch me, son, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've noticed your features have a similar pattern, to be honest with you, and so I get it. And you're saying apathy, Nems. I mean, you fuck with spitters. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. So I mean, I've noticed a lot of the cats that have been on your joints multiple times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you can't rap, I don't want to rap with you, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really with it. Even, yo, listen, even with features, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes that hit me up for features. Like sometimes I would love to take what they're offering me. You know what I'm saying? I could use it. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is just horrible. It's too bad. It's too much. I'm like, yo, I can't do this. Like this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way for me to really fix this or save this or make this good. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta leave it alone.
Right. And it's really awkward for me, like as far as playing music and posting music and stuff, when I get a joint from somebody that has a feature on it from a dope MC with a dope MC, and the MC outshines the dude, but it's not his track. So then it's like I'm stuck because, you know what I'm saying, it's the other cat's track, but I don't want to post his verse. You know what I mean? Like, so that's
and then you're an asshole if you just play that clip, right? And they're like, yo, you violated, son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though the radio used to do that to dudes all the time, cut dudes off, only play like on remixes and shit like that. They play one verse.
Red wagon, I mean, I'm
Yeah, I say, man, if you got play what you like, man, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
No, of course. So we're gonna get on out of here, yo. But you said you had something. You told me a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Always got different joints, man.
Yeah, I know. Like you got you in your bag, man. I mean, I can't imagine what this. I know you holding on. I know you sitting on some fucking missiles that like ain't nobody seen. They're under some fucking like in some time capsule somewhere. I know you got shit.
That's pretty accurate, man. The shit that me and F are sitting on right now is ridiculous, son. Like we got it. We got it right now. We got it for sure.
We're all about to get COVID and die.
And all we have, nah, this shit gonna save it. But yo, all the shit we've been releasing is just, you know, we've been dropping over the classic joints, just trying to, you know what I mean, revisit some of our favorite beats and put out some shit, some content, some shit for dudes to listen to and so, you know what I'm saying? Until we get the first single out there, you know what I mean? And all of that is coming, you know what I'm saying? Everything is lining up pretty nice, man. We got all the pieces of the puzzle there. We just waiting on certain mixes, and we're gonna get everything done the right way. I don't want to drop prematurely and not give the people, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? If I know I could do it bigger, I'm gonna take my time to do it bigger, you know what I mean?
Of course, but I'm saying, I know even beside that shit, like you got like some shit somewhere tucked away in a vault, like some crazy. I know this, man. Like,
that's a fact.
I know you got some like wild shit somewhere, like
got some venomous shit, man, in my Pro Tools, man.
That's what I need to hear. So anyway, give it to us. What you got, man? Take us on out.
Some bars.
We need some bars. Your name is Spit Gemz, man. I mean,
I said, Joe. Weapon on, major blood, gun butt, save the slug, one love, play the cut, corner store gem style, blend style, overlord, corridor mental, been foul, I'll be right back like a pen pal, call crash, wall crash, broadcast your jaw crack, all that, live on air while your broad laugh, more flash than Sugar Ray. You a Sugar Sean, half stepping, that's an L, bro. I'm a Cheeto Vera raining from the top with elbows. Live from Itale Mundo, let the goons know. Rikers Island boxing, Budo, fuck a judo. It's fists and leg strikes, it's left hooks and calf kicks. Get your head right, might polish off the gauge and let your head split. This shit popping like a Justin Gagey leg kick. Ribs. Yeah, man, we got some shit coming though, man. That's a super fact, man. I can't wait to give y'all the first single, man. And shout out to Nem, shout out to A1, man. Those are the features on the album, you know what I'm saying? And they came and showed up too, man. Word up.
Good grief, man. Like, man. All right, we're gonna get on out of here, man.
Yo, appreciate you having me. Word up, man. It's been a pleasure, brother.
Of course, man.
Yo, Mario, peace, my ninja.
Bandana low sleep, hammers and goatees, Mario architect, palm salmon emojis, bantas in the name on the throw speech, play the shotgun and zone and go deep. Might catch a couple grand in a nosebleed, whole leaf needed when we roll free, leave freaks speeding with slow.